is the Trusted Referral Network. We're a networking group of about 180 or so networking professionals, networking services providers, mostly small, anywhere from individual consultants up to agencies of, let's say, 20 or so, with the exception of Greg Markowitz, who is our standout member from a breakthrough, which has about 150 or 60 people. And we do not discriminate. We're happy to have larger organizations here as well. And we're always looking to expand. The concept is that we all have niches and our clients need more than just what we provide. And so this is an opportunity or a network for us to connect with others who may be able to supplement our own capabilities. And Geoff Vreeland is also a guest. Yes, Geoff, thank you. That provides for opportunities for referrals, for collaborations, partnerships, et cetera. And at these meetings, we each get about 2 or 3 minutes, depending on how many people we have. It's been about 2 minutes recently because we've been getting a full house, to introduce ourselves, get to know one another at least briefly, and then use that as an opportunity to follow up with a one-on-one, because a minute and a half or 2 minutes just doesn't cut it. And I find, a good half hour with somebody gives us an opportunity to get to know one another, understand what each other's capabilities are, et cetera, and start that relationship. Also at this meeting, we try to have a showcase. Usually it goes a deep dive into a particular person's business, but it can be also something that benefits everyone, may not be about the presenter's business. And that is the case, I believe. Today, Keith is going to talk about, what's it called? The tool that you were, Clay, right? Clay.Earth?
Clay.Earth.
Clay.Earth, exactly. And which is not a geological app. It has to do with building relationships, maintaining relationships, and keeping in touch with people. So that presentation, the showcase, is 15 minutes. So I will start my timer now, and then we'll do the introductions afterwards. Sound good?
Terrific.
Go for it.
So for those who don't know me, I'm Keith Reynolds. I'm the founder of Publio. We're a content strategy consulting firm. I've been standing up go-to-market for tech companies and financial services and fintech companies for 25 years. About 5 years ago, I wrote a book called The New Content Culture on how to develop content strategy and basically think like a publisher, right? But instead of selling an ad, you're trying to get a lead, and every business knows the economics of a lead to their business. And so if you replace lead with ad sale, you can do all the things that a publisher does, but build your audience to monetize it by growing your business. So in presenting my company that way, I've built everything around a 7-step, or I call them buckets, content strategy formula of a North Star, an editorial strategy, promotion and distribution, community and events, marketing automation, sales engagement, and the ROI model for your media. And if you focus on those 7 things, my experience is you'll be successful with your media. So I'm going to focus on one of the buckets today, which is the technology stack. And this is a personal CRM. Clay.Earth is the URL. It is $20 a month. They also have a free, you can use it for free, but to get the value, you need to pay the $20 a month. But they have white glove service. So if you have a spreadsheet of contacts that you want to add, they'll actually do it for you in their customer service queue. Very high touch. I've not used their customer service because it's frankly been so easy to figure out. I haven't needed it. Last week I was supposed to present, and I had an appointment come up that went very successfully with a CFO organization to help them develop some thought leadership. And So I wasn't able to do it. I sent Michael a video with a demo, and in about 8 or 10 minutes, I can pretty much convey it with that video. So I thought I'd just switch over to what I created, since I made the video for last week, and then you ended up, I think it was Henning that jumped in, Michael. And
yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. Last week, we had a
last
glitch,
week I was
but,
on vacation. That's right.
2 weeks ago, exactly.
So last week was a blur. I was sitting on the beach. So I'm just going to share with you a segment of the video to give you a quick demo. You'll see it's a very intuitive, you type, I want to meet with somebody tomorrow, and it knows to send you a reminder for tomorrow. So that's the kind of experience that they've created. It's a personal CRM, and without further ado, let's jump in.
Don't forget to share the audio if that's important.
Thank you. I think I just did that. Let me know if you can't hear it. I'm going to get right down to the demo. Let's jump right in. When you log into Clay.Earth, you're going to be taken to a dashboard, which you see here, and it's your home. The first thing you need to do is connect other apps. And so those apps would be things like your contacts in your email program, as well as your contact manager, your calendar, your LinkedIn, your iMessage apps, and Twitter. They also have other integrations that you can get through Zapier as well. So it's a pretty powerful tool to bring all of these things into one view of your contacts. From this home screen here, you can go up to settings here on the smiley face. When you go to settings and scroll down, there's a ton of settings, but these are the important ones I wanted to show you. Here I am connecting to my calendar, my email, my Twitter, my LinkedIn, my Facebook, and my contacts app on my computer. So when you are home, what you're seeing is all of the activity out on the network from those people that you've brought in. So you can see that across all of those, I've got 8,000 people, and there are 18,000 moments within that. So I'm still trying to filter all this out and make it useful, but I've learned quite a bit and happy to share what I know. Let's see, to add a new contact, we are home and we type the letter N, and I enter John Smith, and I can take a note for demo, and I also, the cadence is, if I put in, I think, john@smith.com, and I say okay, oh, that's in notes, but I can also add edit details and complete a full record for John Smith. I can do his general profile, his social handles, and the organizations that he belongs to. So it could be someone I work with and go to church, and I can have both contacts within there, or even individual family information. Then I want to set reminders and follow-ups. So let's find somebody under people. I want to search for Bendit, and there's Michael Bendit. I have his all of these different views, things on LinkedIn, things on Facebook, email, and calendar events that I've seen. So I have set a note here to follow up with him tomorrow. The really cool thing is, if I'll start here, I was playing with this earlier, follow up on the Clay.Earth meeting, and I type in tomorrow, and it sets it and will give me a reminder tomorrow. And one of the things about Clay.Earth is it's always giving you reminders about people. I'll show you that in a second. I've added a star here, so he is in my starred group, and this can be, you know, people that I have an ongoing project, people I need to reach out to quickly. I also can organize them by, these are all groups that I've created. So clients, the Trusted Referral Network, prospects, general networking, Orchestra Lumos, the Denver Athletic Club, and my old Apple buddies are some of the lists that I've started keeping track of. And so if I want to then go back home, another feature here is review. And these are all the people that come up in your cadence for a person. Now, one of the things about Clay is you get to set a default. I have mine set for 3 people a day, and it will just randomly go in and say, here's 3 people. You can set it up to 10. You can also set it at 0. But also, let's see, here's somebody I met recently. I want to add to a group, and I'm going to put them into prospects. And now she's on my prospect list. I can add a note about her and say, make sure to connect with Varun next Thursday. And now I have a note that that'll pop up for me to review next Thursday. If I want to create a custom group, I just click on here and I could say software project. And now I have that software project. I can even make it higher priority or lower priority and organize my groups that way. See, I've covered the home, the review, contact management. The way that I added my contacts was under settings, went back here, and this is my contacts on my Mac. So everyone that's in my contacts on my Mac gets uploaded, as well as all my Gmail, Publio email. Tags, I can add a tag. If I go back to people, let's see, I went to, hey, Dr. Fusco. Hi, I had a gym, I was at the gym playing basketball in the pool, and I got a bruise that lasted 2 weeks. I'm on blood thinner, it's in my arm.
We're getting a recording of your conversation with your doctor, unless that's you.
Shit, sorry. On mute.
Oh, that was you on mute, sorry. But the audio is off now, right? Keith?
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah. Let me ping him. All right, maybe we could.
It looks like he paused it.
Oh, he did pause it?
Yeah, because I look at the play button, it's not pushed. It's
yeah, we can't do that, right? Oh, there you
Sorry
go.
about
Okay.
that, guys.
All right, hit play again.
Prospects, and in the note I can say tag software, and now that tag will be available, and I can run lists and reports against that tag. Contact history. If I have somebody like, let's go back to search, come back to Bendit, and select this. You chatted with Michael 1 month ago via email. You've emailed him 9 times. Now, this is just his Gmail account. I also know that there's a TRN email. For some reason, that's not showing up. But you can see that all of the things that I've done, they call them moments and sources. You can see the history as well as social as well, and what groups he's in. You can export your contacts. So once you've integrated everything together, you can download. I could download all 8,000 if I could do anything with them. Let's see. Shared contacts. There's a way to create groups here as well. So I can share a group. I can also take an individual and I can email that contact to somebody else with the contact information. Let's see, calendar integration will keep track of all the meetings you have with somebody. I mentioned that. They also say on their website, if you have contacts that are in spreadsheets, they will personally do that for you. There's not an automated way to do that. I think that's for security at this point. I read somewhere, but if you reach out to help, they have a white glove service. It's not cheap. It's $20 a month to use this. And, but if you make your living with building relationships and maintaining relationships, $20 a month is nothing. Let's see, what else did I want to share? It removes duplicates and merges things. So as you build your database, you can eliminate duplicates. And I think that's everything I wanted to show. You can click on reminders, and any reminders you set are in here. All the notes that you take are in alphabetical order. And I think that's pretty much it. So sorry I couldn't make it today. If you have any. So there's the demo, and it also integrates with Zapier, so you can have an integration with your CRM as well. It's not very robust, but definitely if your work world is involved with integrating and connecting with people and maintaining relationships, definitely worth something to check out.
All right, thank you. Yeah, very interesting. I actually downloaded it myself. John Parsons had a question. You're on mute, John.
Actually, I think the question was answered. It was just monthly cost is 20 across the board.
Yes.
Okay, then that was my question.
It works on the web. They have a Mac, they have an iPhone, iOS version, and an Android version, and you can work with it seamlessly across all your different devices.
Cool.
I have a
All right,
question.
Victor has a question.
Yeah, hey, Keith, that was great, but I mean, there's so many of these things out there. How do you, is there any way to kind of compare it to other things, or even like a HubSpot, or one of these others?
This is really a personal CRM.
Can you explain what is that? How do you mean that?
Meaning, when I use things like HubSpot or SharpSpring, which is now Constant Contact CRM, they're for groups and teams.
Okay, got it.
And this is just really keeping on top of things yourself.
One person. Okay.
Yeah, and it's across all of your platforms, so it tries to gather information from multiple platforms and give you a one.
That's a great point. When you log into HubSpot or any CRM, you're not looking at the customer from all of your points of contact, right? It's what you're able to put in there. This actually goes out and brings in everything from Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, your calendar, your iMessage, and then creates one common view with all of that activity in one place. And that's very different than any of the CRMs.
Right, and it's trying, I think, it's not looking at people by their companies. It's the way you structure them in terms of organizations and relationships, etc. All right, thank you so much. We have, let's see, a total of about 16, 17 people today, 16 remaining. I guess Keith can also introduce himself at the end, or I guess you did. So we'll start with, I put in the chat the order in which people showed up, more or less. And so we'll do the presentations in that order. I think 2 minutes. Actually, maybe I should make it a little less. Why don't we make it 1:30, and that way we won't cut anybody off. So we'll start with Rajiv, John Parsons, Alan Winnikoff. My timer will show up in my window. I'll put it into speaker view so that the person who's making the introduction will show up full screen. If everybody else would go on mute, that would be great. And take it away, Mr. Rajiv.
Thank you so much, Michael. As you can tell from my Zoom background, I'm an assassin. What that means is I delete, erase all that bad stuff that's on the internet. Now, why would you want to erase anything from the internet? Well, if people are speaking lies about you, spreading nasty rumors that allege that you're a horrible person with absolutely zero ethics and morals, well, chances are you want to get rid of that, because people will look at that and actually believe that and may choose not to do business with you. So that's the reason why I erased bad reviews from any place where reviews are held, like Google My Business, Yelp, Facebook, Amazon, Glassdoor, you name it, we've done it, as well as erasing scandal from Google, social, and the internet. This includes deleting tweets from Twitter, removing videos from TikTok and YouTube, Instagram, as well as hateful comments, hurtful comments from social media. Success guaranteed or your money back. My ask is looking to meet marketing partners, because this is a win-win-win. It's a win for you because you get pulled into the deal, you get a revenue share on a lump sum or an ongoing monthly basis, depending on what the deal is. And the client gets taken care of. And of course, you earn my eternal gratitude for that. So I'll leave it there. My information is in the description, and look forward to connecting with you on LinkedIn. Thank you, Michael.
Absolutely. All right. Next up is John Parsons.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, everybody. I'm John Parsons. I'm part of a small, I'm going to use a 50-cent word here, bespoke video marketing studio. Means, well, look it up. It's common in the UK, but not here. We do video, we do interactive video. And my tradition at these meetings is to give away a free thing that has little to nothing to do with my business per se, unless you guys think we're really being really helpful. We have a client who's actually a fairly well-known, I think I spoke about him a while ago. He used to be the head of the US Mint, and he does videos for the company he works with now, and is very scared of technology. And he's a wonderful guy, but doesn't like to deal with technology. And he wants to use a teleprompter. And we can accommodate that, but there are rules, do's and don'ts for good use of a teleprompter, i.e. don't, unless you're really uncomfortable with the things that entails, like people being able to see your eyes track across the screen and you losing engagement. So what I'm going to share is a free video on how to use a teleprompter. And fast forward, if you go to, he has 3 points, I think. And the last one is the one we recommend, is not to do verbatim, but to do bullet points. And that's it.
Thank you very much. John always has interesting things to add and contribute. He is also a ghostwriter, talented ghostwriter. All right. Next up would be Alan Winnikoff. Alan,
all right, thank you, Michael. So everybody, I want you to try to take yourselves back to where you were in 2003. It's the year I started my business. I really had very few skills. I still don't. But one thing I was good at was public relations, because I'd been doing PR my whole career. So when I started my business, I started a PR firm. And if you remember, in 2003, there was no social media. There was very little paid content. Mark Zuckerberg was just an obnoxious, precocious teenager running around not far from where I live now. The media landscape was very different. There were these things printed on paper called newspapers and magazines that nobody really remembers. And that's where I was when I started my business. We were a traditional PR firm. We were asked to get people visibility in those anachronistic publications. Now, 20 years later, everything has changed. And we are no longer, although people still want old school earned PR, we also are very immersed in paid content, and social media is actually more than half of our business. So that's what we do now. We've evolved our company as the media landscape has changed. Our focus is primarily on media and entertainment clients, nonprofits, and startups and entrepreneurs. I am a passionate believer in working with startups. I love entrepreneurs. I'm part of this group mainly because I'm looking for ways to partner with some of you where we can align and broaden our scope of services so we can be more effective when we reach out to clients and provide them with a bigger platform of opportunities. And that's who we are. I'd love to talk to you. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay. Next up is Chris Esposito, then Russ, then Lynn Lavender. Chris, take it away.
Thank you, Michael. Hope everyone's having a great day. My name is Chris Esposito. I am the head of sales and marketing for a company called Studio Labs. Studio Labs is a custom development studio based out of New York City. Similar to Alan's company, we started about 20 years ago. And what we do is we build bespoke, I'm going to use John's 50-cent word, digital products for our clients. So over the past 20 years, that has been quite a big range of products, from websites and custom e-commerce sites, NFT platforms, OTT streaming video platforms, all the way through enterprise software. Our main focus as an organization today is funded startup SaaS companies. So what we do for them is take their idea and their money to some point and architect their MVP and then maintain that product for a number of years until they have enough money to bring those resources in-house. So the perfect referral for me would be a founder, a co-founder, a CTO, or a CEO of a startup tech company. And anyone usually in a higher level marketing position also makes a great referral. So thank you very much, Michael. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. Coming up next, Russ.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm Russ Bruzzano. My company's RGP Design. I'm a designer, whether it be graphic design or website design. I've been doing it for over 25 years. I've worked with clients as big as ExxonMobil and BMW down to startups. A good referral for me on the website side would be up to like $10,000 as a project size. Beyond that, I would more than likely be working through an agency. So I work either directly with my clients or I work through other agencies as a freelancer or consultant. Yeah, other than that, I'm a guitar enthusiast, as you can see in the background. And I think I showed this last week, but I also am an artist, as you can see some of my work up there.
Very cool.
And that's it for me, Michael.
All right. Ideal clients for you? Referrals?
Yeah, ideal clients is, I love working through agencies. So any of you guys need a person to work through you, that would be me. I've worked with many agencies before. As a remote freelancer, of course, all my work these days are remote. I don't do on location. So if you happen to be in Delaware and you're looking for an on-site designer, I'm probably not the right person for that. But I work with companies in South Korea, in Europe, as well as California, and locally, of course. So yeah, small businesses are great. Startups are great if you need like a logo or a brochure or something like that, or a new website. Or if they're bigger companies, usually through an agency.
All right. And the painting above you has lots of lavender in it. And so that's why we're going to Lynn Lavender next. Lynn, take it away.
Good morning, everybody. The implicit reason for networking is to increase your client base and revenue, obviously. But this is the most challenging issue for most businesses. And we're all fighting to stand apart from both our competitors and our colleagues alike. Well, I have a unique approach to making you memorable, and each one of us is unique. No one has your face, your voice, or your personality. And I embed that which makes you into your marketing communication so that every person in an organization can present their true selves while maintaining the company messaging and brand. You can get a head start on know, like, and trust, or you can lead with your company brand or services like the rest of your colleagues. So I'm really focusing on making people unique and standing out. My materials, I haven't seen anybody doing what I'm doing. I'm looking to work with professional organizations like law firms, accounting firms, and even not-for-profits. And I can work collaboratively with some of you guys because I don't do the websites and I don't create the brand. I work with what people have. So if you're a marketing agency that wants to offer something new, give me a call and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Thank you. And Lynn has her own personal experience having been an insurance broker, right?
Yeah.
and promoting herself as unique within her organization. All right, moving on. Geoff Strauss, then Lisa Munjack, then Laetitia. Go for it, Geoff.
All right. Thanks, Michael. I am Geoff. I am the case study guy. We create bespoke case studies, but we prefer to call them customized, customer-focused video and written case studies. We're not that fancy here. So yeah, if you have a client, at least one, that you help them get from where they were to where they want to be, I think that's a story you need to be telling for your business. And that's what we do. We help you figure out their stories and tell them in a way that can help you get more business.
Did you just freeze or are you finished?
That's all.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Simple
story.
You got
He
48
literally
seconds left.
wrote the book on case studies.
He literally wrote the book on case studies. Any questions
Yes, I
for
did.
Geoff in his remaining 40 seconds? All right, we will.
I will always remember Geoff Strauss as the case study guy. You're very effective at that, Geoff.
Thank you. That's some good branding. Thank you. I take that as a high compliment.
All right, let's move on to Lisa Munjack.
And I'll try not to be distracted by what Rajiv has going on right now. It's too funny. All right, I am Lisa Munjack. I am a fractional chief marketing officer. I am working with companies that don't have an internal marketing department or person. We are not only recommending what they should do, we are helping them get over FOMO, fear of marketing overwhelm, because that is the common trait that we're seeing with business owners, is that sometimes they know what they should be doing, but they just don't have time to do it, or it's not their strength. So what we're spending our days doing, it's me and I have a team of people. We're designing websites on a project basis. I am writing them. We are writing blogs, newsletters, email campaigns, and doing social media campaigns. Not paid. Everything is organic that we're working on. If you need paid, I've got a person, so we can bring that person in. I love meeting other marketing people. Lynn, I think we have a meeting planned at some point, because I am always looking to collaborate. Good partners for me. So a power partner would be another marketing person, social media agency, public relations is really good for me. I am looking to meet franchise owners that have owned their franchise for 5 years minimum. That's when they start to realize that what they're getting from the franchisor is absolute crap and doesn't work. It takes a few years. And then also family-owned businesses. Thank you very much.
Good timing. Okay, moving on. Laetitia.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much, Michael, for having me as a guest on your network group. So I'm Laetitia Longuefosse. I'm French, but I've been in New York for almost 25 years. That's why I don't have an accent anymore. That's my joke of the day that I do all the time. I am part of an organization called Facility, and what we do at Facility is we have a solution that can be plugged on any website to make its content accessible to people with disabilities, visual, motor, and cognitive. So, Michael, I don't know if I can share a video. I have a 1-minute video. Would that be appropriate?
Sure. And make sure you include the sound in that.
Okay, share sound. No, it's not working. Okay. I need to work on it with Zoom, I guess. So basically, it's a solution again that can be plugged on any website. When you activate it on your website, it's going to open a window, and then you have a choice of 23 one-click filters to adapt the content to people with, for example, cataract issue or color blindness, for visual impairments, or Parkinson's disease. So if you have an imprecise movement, it's going to increase the size of the clickable zones. Or the last one is cognitive impairment. We have a whole module for dyslexia, and we are so strong with dyslexia right now that we decided to launch an app. It's called My Dys. I'm going to put all this info in the chat because I'm already done with my time.
And
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. I tested the product. It's amazing. Yeah, one thing that it's easy to test it with is the blue tones, I think. So if you're sensitive, if you're sensitive to blue tones, or you just change it and it changes the shading of everything and your eyes just relax.
I am so colorblind. I need to see this.
Yes, colorblind is another good one because people can't, it adjusts for different types of color blindness as well. Okay, Victor Lee, then Greg, then Jeff Vreeland. So Victor.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, everybody. Nice to see everyone. What I do is I connect people and opportunities. So my whole business is about networking. I have my own networking methodology, which I agree with Lynn Lavender there that, you should, as they say, you should be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. So one of the reasons I like this group is that, there's a lot of interesting people. So I'm always looking for interesting people and opportunities. I think you saw that Rajiv, who suddenly seems to have aged, I think we're going to pin that on you, Michael, he and I co-host a podcast about networking called Things I Didn't Learn at Harvard. And that's been a lot of fun. We've learned a lot, and we've gotten a lot of mileage out of that. Other projects I'm working on with folks here, Keith and I have a meeting with another friend of ours tomorrow. So we're working on some projects. Bryce and I had a meeting with a client I brought to the table, I think last week. And so Bryce has been great about that. And we're pursuing some things that came out of that meeting. Let's see. I know I've had conversations with Russell and with Jeff about some of the things I'm working on. And also, talking to John about, potentially being on the podcast. There's also a couple of projects I'm working on. So Greg and Chris, from what you guys said, you guys might be good candidates. So I will reach out to you after the meeting. So a lot of interesting stuff going on, a lot of great people in this group. And actually, Michael, I'm talking to you this afternoon about one of these opportunities also. So if we haven't met already, let's have a chat. Thanks.
Great. Victor, I think you'd really appreciate also Letitia's product from Facilite.
Yes, because my eye doctor told me I have cataracts. Thanks a lot. So.
Not for you particularly, but all right, moving on. Victor, Greg Markowitz, then Jeff Vreeland, and Joni. Greg.
Hey, good morning, everybody. First of all, I want to apologize for missing the last handful of meetings. I had some work travel I had to prep for, that I had to travel, and then I was sick as a dog, and I'm still kind of working through it. So I apologize for my voice. Greg Markowitz, Breakthrough Digital. What we specialize is partnering with either small businesses directly. We don't have any minimum spend, so we'll help out that small town barbershop on Main Street. We'll also work with Fairleigh Dickinson and help them capitalize on their big NCAA tournament win and turn that into an opportunity for them to market themselves better. We specialize also in partnering with other marketing agencies. So a good referral from me is any marketing agency that is looking to potentially white label some of our services. Unlike Lisa, we only do paid. So it's, everything from SEM, paid social via Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We are very big in the programmatic display world. But, our motto here is we make $1 work like 10, and we're looking to partner and grow. Greg Markowitz, Breakthrough Digital, looking forward to connecting with everybody.
All right. And you are also in New Jersey like Lisa.
Yep, New Jersey. Right. Since I got 20 seconds left, I want to shout out the next guy, Jeff Vreeland. I highly recommend connecting with him. I've known him quite a few years now, And
Long time.
yeah, he does absolutely amazing photography work. So let him do his spiel, but definitely connect with him.
Wonderful. Take it away, Jeff.
Well, that's very sweet of you, Greg. Thank you. Yes, like Greg, like Lisa, like Michael, and who else I might not know, I'm in North Jersey as well too. So I'd like to ask a question because it's the morning still somewhat, maybe people are half asleep still, but how many people buy stuff online? All right. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah. 2023. I'd imagine that's everybody. Right. So how many times have you ever been in a situation where you go to buy something and it's like A and B, but B kind of looks dodgy? Like it looks like it might possibly, you might get a box and there's just like empty peanuts inside because like the photo looks like shit or the video looked like really suspicious. You ever been there? Right. Exactly. There you go. Well, that's a lot of marketing. It's a lot of advertisement for products and it hurts a lot of companies. So what I do is I create the videos and the photos that product brands use to make their products that they're selling look more professional and trustworthy. So that way, when people go online to buy those products, they don't get that dodgy feeling and might help that company make that sale. So last week, as I was talking, I had asked a question to the group, does anybody know what a tabletop director photographer? Joan, awesome, came in clutch. She knew exactly what that meant. But the quick short of it, again, is I create the videos and the photos that product companies use to sell their product. My name is Jeff Vreeland. I'm based in North Jersey, in Boonton, New Jersey specifically. And I just wanted to say thank you very much for the group for letting me come attend.
Absolutely. Great to have you. And Jeff is a lot taller than he appears in the screen. So when I met him in person, I had to look up.
You're no short slouch yourself, Michael.
All right. Joni Abraham, then Bryce, then Faith. Joni, take it away. You may be on mute.
I'm located in Detroit, Michigan. I think I'm the only one here, more specifically Bloomfield Hills, but I do like to claim my Detroit roots. I feel like I'm a real product of Detroit. Cool. I create content for social media that's very unique and distinctive. I come from a background, my whole career in fashion marketing. So our content is very stylized. It's entertainment. It's daily storytelling in video format. We tell episodic stories and create characters that reflect a client's preferred target market in an aspiring fashion. I'm very interested in connecting with anybody who sells social media marketing to their clients. I know that this is something unique. It adds to what they already have. I'm looking specifically for fashion and lifestyle retailers, and this is designed to entertain along with the messaging that's sales driven and informational driven. I think we're the only ones in the market right now that are so focused on entertainment. And that's all I have to say.
Very cool. And you should put the VidBits link in the chat. Actually, everyone should put their LinkedIn link into the chat so that at the end, when you download it, you'll have everybody's contact information. Thank you, Joni. All right, moving on. Bryce, then Faith, and then I will go.
Hey everybody, my name is Bryce with Mind of the Marketer. So when I first started out in marketing, I was doing mainly SEO and a little bit of paid. We've kind of moved away from just being a raw marketing agency and we're more of a consultancy now. The reason being is that we had a whole bunch of clients come to us and they were like, hey, we really want to do all this marketing, but when we looked at all of the stuff they had to do this marketing and their internal systems, it wasn't really ready. So I've brought on about 3 clients myself. One of them I helped save about $1 million off of their business through just looking at their internal systems. And so if you have any clients that you're potentially going to lose, or they're like, hey, our systems are costing too much money and, we can't do as much marketing as we want. I'm happy to come in and help and say, hey, well, where can we save you some money? How can we help your internal systems? And then I can help upsell whatever service you're trying to sell them. So, oh, hey, you really need this service to really scale the business. That's kind of the JV structure I try to work with other marketers. And one of my clients that I picked up recently is actually a gold and silver bullion brokerage. And I'm sure you've been seeing the uncertainty in the markets, the recession coming and the banking collapses. And so if you're interested in getting some of your hard-won assets and wealth out of the fiat currencies and into something that can't be taken from you, let me know, because this is eligible for 401ks and IRAs, and happy to make some introductions. So yeah, if you want me to come take a look at one of your clients or yourself, happy to do a free audit. Just ask some questions, have a chat, and see if I can help you out or one of your clients. Thanks.
Thank you. Bryce calling in from Vancouver without his cats today, unless they're behind the scenes.
Sleeping.
All right. Sleeping. All right. Faith, take it away.
Am I unmuted?
Now you're good.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Faith Tomases. I'm calling in right now from Wilmington, Delaware. And although I'm part-time in New York City, and I'm a writer and work both directly with clients and as a subcontractor to other agencies, design agencies or advertising, etc. So those of you that have your own agencies, I would be very interested in speaking to you as a partner, etc. My strength is really translating things into their essence and saying it as simply as possible. Get in and get out and get on with it, because that's what your reader's going to do. And I'm experienced in a wide range of businesses. I'm a generalist, not really a specialist. And I welcome talking to anybody about writing or name development.
Sounds good. You're not too far from Russ, right? Somewhere in Delaware. Delaware's a small state.
It's very small. I look out the window and I see him.
All right, wonderful, and good luck with the lead. There was a lead that came up on Mosaic yesterday,
Thank you.
and I passed it along to Faith and a couple other people. All right, did I miss anybody before I go myself? All right, I will then put my own timer on. The timer has changed. I have to put it in 1:30 each time now. My name is Michael Bendit. My core business is representing software development teams, somewhat like the one that Chris is part of. My teams, it's about a dozen different teams. We do work on small projects. I would say anything from $500 up to $250,000. The smaller projects, we usually are engaged with another agency that needs the extra help. So the teams that I represent are really very focused on the technology. We do have some design capabilities, but what differentiates one from the other is they work with different platforms. Some are experienced with WordPress, others with things like Magento or Shopify. There's a lot of platforms out there. We also do custom, otherwise known as bespoke, builds from scratch. And the reason people come to me is because they're not sure where to go to with, how to find the right team. They may be constrained by the technology. Everybody is somewhat budget constrained. And another reason why they come to me is because I do have, I've presented myself and positioned myself to be offering very high value add or high value services, in that a lot of the companies that I represent are dual shore. And so the clients get the benefit of the cost savings of working with an offshore team without a lot of headache that's associated with that, because a small portion of that team is based here in the US. We are at the 3-minute mark. I'm going to go back to gallery mode and close the timer. Actually, I did the wrong way. Any questions, comments in the last 3 or so minutes? Thank you all for joining. Now is a good time to save the chat, which if you go to chat and click on the 3 buttons on the bottom, the first option is save chat. That way you will get everybody's LinkedIn profile that put it in there. If you want to connect with somebody, try to remember their name or their company. If they're a member, their company will be listed on the Trusted Referral Network site, and you'll be able to find them and contact them. If any of our guests would like to join, reach out to me. Right now, there are still no fees, no dues. There will be dues coming up sometime this year, I believe. But for now, it is a free networking group, and we're always looking for other people to join. Anybody who runs a small agency or does business development for a small agency or consultancy in the marketing space, marketing and sales, and also people that sell services or products can come in as a sponsor. So Laetitia, for example, is certainly eligible to come in as a sponsor for the product that she sells, which is for making websites more accessible. All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. Our next meeting, of course, is next Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern. And everyone have a great week.
Thanks, everybody.
Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Have a good week, everybody.